morning, everyone. This is Beatrice, and I just want to show you my paper storage. Right now, I'm using an Expedite, and right on top of my Expedite, as you can tell, is my Scraprack. So I've been following Tiffany Spalding's Get Organized challenges for quite a few years now, and every time I do a challenge, I either learn something new or it helps me figure out a better solution than what I was using. So for example, my ink storage, I've had it that way, which that's the video before this one that I posted yesterday. It's worked, so I keep it that way. So I know that when I get to the ink and ink stickles and all that kind of stuff, part of the challenge, I can skip over that and work on something else. So for my pattern paper, I had my pattern paper and my cardstock separate. So in other words, I had one cube with just pattern, one cube with just cardstock. And something that Tiffany said last night made sense. You know, what if I'm looking for a blue paper and I'm not, if I'm just going straight to my cardstock, because that's what I think I want, I may be missing out on a pattern paper that may be a little distressed or maybe, not just your plain cardstock. And so I decided that she was right and I was wrong. And I now have integrated my pattern paper and my cardstock together. I also integrated my scraps. And as you can tell right here in my blue section, you can see my scraps are in here. There's even little pads. And like, for example, this is like a vellum, which I don't even know how I got that, but everything is in here together, all my blues. And then following that is all my blue pattern paper. Now, whatever pattern paper is in this area, that is probably from an old collection, and I've broken it down because I'm down to the last couple sheets, and I integrate them into this section here. So as you can tell, everything has been labeled. You can see I labeled them on both sides since my chair is basically behind or in front of my papers. So I could just turn around and I can see it from either side. So as you go along, you'll see all the browns and the blacks and the white. I do keep my pink and purple next to each other because that's the way my brain works. And I had a pack of this glitter paper. And as Tiffany says, she said to not keep glitter paper with glitter paper, put them in the color they belong. So I used some scrapbooking 12 by 12, album pages, and I just put them in there. Okay, so that's my pattern paper, my loose pattern paper, and my cardstock, and my scraps. Now, the next section is my collections. She said, Tiffany always says, keep things like together. Wait, rewind. Keep things that you use together. So, as you can tell with documentary, which this is one of American Craft's newest collections, I have a 12 by 12 single page. I don't remember what it's called, but I have all the stuff from the collection. Stickers. I have stickers. I even have a 6 by 6 pad in there. And it is now in here. And then right next to it is the paper pad. And there is the divider. As you can see, I've done that with everything. I have Craft Market. There's Sweet Paris, Prima. Prima has its own section. Graphic 45 has its own section. And then there's a little bit of the Kaiser Craft. But it makes sense. I took everything out of gallon-size bags because it looked messy. I couldn't label them. And at least now when you look at that section, it looks pretty neat. Then the next section I have is my seasons, or calendar year rather. So I have them fall, summer, spring, and winter. And then I have a little tab for imports. And imports are papers that come from like Poland or Sweden that are not easily accessible. And I kind of use those sparingly because they're so pretty. So anyway, going back to fall, here's my Halloween section. I have a paper pad that's all Halloween. I have a couple sheets. I have a 6x6. And like basically that's how I have everything. These are like collections. This is all my Christmas stuff because it's so big. There is no way I would put this in a scrap rack. It literally takes up an entire one of these Tiffany paper boxes. Then the next section is there's a few 12x12 paper pads, which I still have to turn and label, but I do use them. So, I mean, as you can tell, this one has a lot used, and I think that's all that's left of the pad in 12x12 form. And then these couple last little sections here, those are all works in progress, things that I'm working on as we speak. So this is my paper storage. That right there is my Purge Box. I will be adding more to it. I did get rid of a whole filing cabinet full of scraps because I just had way too many scraps and I don't really use them that often. So whatever I knew I would use, I did put into this section of my paper. So here's a little announcement. I am trying to get my subbies up. So at 500 subbies, I will be giving out a prize, and I will be making a video at that point, and someone that's a subby, doesn't matter how long you've been a subby for, will receive a prize, and I am pretty certain it'll be a nice substantial prize. So please make sure that you subscribe to my videos. I plan on making a weekly video or maybe twice a week on organization. Depends on how long it takes me to get my stuff organized. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a fabulous day.